that we cooperate in any way whatsoever. That is a lie, and it has gotten worse when people have put a price tag on someone's head.
How bad has it gotten for you personally?
I beg your pardon?
How bad has it gotten for you personally?
You know, you're with these. I've actually been in that same tunnel being chased by paparazzis, and they run lights, and they chase you and harass you the whole time. It happens all over the world, and it has certainly gotten worse. And I was absolutely appalled to hear that the Globe would even possibly consider buying the pictures. You know, not only do these guys harass and chase people, but now they're going to benefit financially by having been there and take this photograph. I think what is the world coming to? This is absolutely, it's so disgusting.
In your opinion, why has the situation gotten worse? Why have they become more aggressive?
Well, I think we need laws for what is harassing an individual, and you know, when these people would put price tags on people's heads. If there's a price tag that these people put on, that we will give you X amount of dollars. And I've been in cars with my children and my wife, and even times when I haven't been there, and just our children, and had to drive over to find a police officer and say, look, could you help me? You know, I don't, you know, and these people saying, well, we're press. And it's a tragedy. This is a tragedy. You know, you look what happened with Arnold Schwarzenegger just a few weeks ago, with months or whatever, with he and Maria. It is escalating at this point, and you know, we're just devastated about this.
Is it conceivable, even understandable to you, that Princess Diana and her companions would have been so anxious to get away from the paparazzi that they might have been driving above speed limits?
Away from them, you don't know what it's like being chased by them. It is harassment under the you know, under the guise of we are the press, we are entitled, and when people are having a private moment, they should be allowed to have a private moment. And I you know, I've been in that situation, and they run red lights. It's you just think, my God, you know, if any other person had experienced something like that, you know, you'd think this guy's it's the pressure you're under is you know, can be extreme.
What have you done to try to protect?
Sometimes puts the driver under pressure.
What have you done to try to protect your privacy?
Well, you know, I've been in situations like this. You know, I mean, you do what you can, and you know, you grin and bear it. And at times we pull over to police officers, and you try to report it. You know, and other times you try to appeal to their sense of decency and morality. But it can be very trying, and as I said before, I just think this is an absolute tragedy.
Why do you think that Princess Diana was a particular target of the paparazzi?
Well, I think it's obvious. You look at the kind of money that is generated for the newspapers and for these paparazzis. I mean, that's why.
What kind of money are we talking about?
Well, I think you'd have to tell. Well, I think the woman from the Globe said, you know, $200,000 for her shots. I don't know how much they make. You know, it can be substantial.
You say you want to see laws against...
It's distasteful that people are probably now looking for that guy who took those pictures to give him money. You know, so he's part of the problem, and now he's going to make money off of it. I just... how does this... You know, I just hope that no one will run any of those photographs.
You say you want to see laws on the book that would hem in the paparazzi. How would those laws work? Do you have any sense of how that might work?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do. I mean, if for, you know, when you're pursuing someone and chasing, I mean, that's, you know, that's harassment. You know, limiting these kinds of things. I mean, I'm kind of very upset right now, obviously, but you know, that's a different kind of conversation.
If we do learn definitively that a photographer was involved in this incident, was indeed involved in a chase of this car...
Oh, I think he should be held responsible. He has a responsibility in what has occurred, without question.
Mr. Cruz, thanks for joining us. If you could stand by on the phone for just a minute, we want to look at a report now about the background of Princess Diana's relationship with Dodi Al-Fayed. Recapping our top story for those of you who are just joining us, there was a serious car crash in Paris this evening. Princess Diana of Britain has been injured. Her companion, Dodi Al-Fayed, with whom she has been romantically linked, reportedly has been killed, as was the chauffeur of the automobile. According to some reports, paparazzi were pursuing the car on motorcycles when the crash occurred in a tunnel next to the Seine River.